Okay, so I just wanted to respond to Joseph Farrar. I can't wait until I get into this last bit. These people really are biased. It is unbelievable. But before I get into what you wrote, I just wanted to ask you, why didn't you bring up the whole thing where when I call Nonce Legs the Virgin, you're straight to his rescue like Superman teleporting saying, "Oh, he can't be a virgin, he's got a girlfriend." And you've done it about 6 times on my live stream. You've done it over and over and over again. But yet, when he calls me a virgin, you don't bring up when I put a porno out there that got his channel banned, how I've been in bed with several different women that weren't escorts, how women have admitted to sleeping with me, and how everyone has seen me with women numerous times. You wasn't there then, was you? Yeah, of course you weren't, you biased fucker. And that's why I called you a nonce lover. Because you're biased, and I just made up a name for you as the nonce lover. Didn't call you a nonce, I called you a nonce lover. So don't ever say that I called you a nonce. I called you a nonce lover because that's the way it was coming across. You're so far to be up his backside out of his mouth when I'm talking about him, but then when he's talking about me, or anyone else is calling me a virgin for that matter, well, you know where to be seen, are you, Joseph Farrar? Are you? No. Fucking biased cunt. And that's why I blocked you for a little bit. Now, we're going to get on to what you've wrote now, because it's only fair. Now, okay, I will give you a little bit attention seeing as you clear. Now, I just wanted to say, you clearly can't spell properly for somebody that calls out other people for using, I quote, incorrect punctuation. So I'm going to auto-correct it for you. Okay, I will give you a little bit of attention seeing as you clearly don't get it from anywhere else, especially women. So listen up. See, I was nice enough to auto-correct. Not sure why you are, again, bringing Lord J into it, but he did get slated for not meeting Jaden. I go in his chat like I go in others. Doesn't mean I agree with everything. Well, the reason I brought up Lord J is an example of how you are biased. You went on my chat saying about how you're never coming on here again because I lie and I've lied about this and I'm pathetic and I'm a joke. Yet the next thing, you're on Lord J's channel, bigging him up. So, and he's lied about everything. So it was a clear example of how you are biased. That's why I brought it up. Now, another thing is, I don't know why you're talking about 2 or 3 people that might have slated Lord J for not meeting Jaden, because that's all it would have been. I know about this because when I've tried to meet Bomb before, you might get 2 or 3 people that are unbiased, but the vast majority of the people in this community, I'd say probably about 98% of them, they are all biased. Anyone that's younger and better looking than them, they will find and pick problems with them. And that is generally what I believe, and I will back it up on the next bit, right? So the thing is that we're talking about you not calling him out for it. We're talking about you not slating him. We're not talking about 2 or 3 people. I'm calling you out for you being biased. I don't care about 2 or 3 other people that might have disagreed with him and saw sense, because it would have only been 2 or 3 people. I'm very much calling you biased for you keep going on his chat despite him lying about most things and him, you know, and not calling him out on it. I'm calling out you for not slating him. And like I said, the only people that would have slated him was 1 or 2 people, 3 people at the very maximum. So I don't know why you're talking about 3% of people in this community when it's clearly dedicated to you being biased. So I don't know why you're talking about 2 or 3 people if there was them at all. So I don't know how that went to that. But anyways, the fact is, you are on his channel. You've never called him out on any of the lies that he's lied about. You are biased. End of. That's that. So anyways, jealousy. Trust me, not one person on here is jealous of you and your life. I could understand if you had a great life, but you don't. You are clinging on to looks and youth that are fading by the day. You just don't get life. You want to battle life rather than accept and work with what you've got. Now, you've got that opinion on me, and that's fair. You know, you can have that opinion, you can write. What I will ask you is, what about you people then? Middle-aged, in your 40s, 50s, ugly as fuck, fat people, ain't got a life, continuously come on here, year in, year out, bothering people, stalking people, trying to fuck up people's lives. Look at yourselves before trying to talk about me. And believe it or not, right, I didn't come across someone's channel and thought, oh, he's older than me, he's jealous of me. Or this guy's jealous of me. Oh, that guy's jealous of me. He's jealous of me. I didn't guess these things. I come to the conclusion that, bro, if you've got all of these people that are obsessed with you every day, will not leave you alone. They stalk me on Reddit. They stalk me on different platforms. They will not leave me alone for love nor money. It has to be an act of a jealous person, because people that are not jealous and people that have got a better life than you don't come on here from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, having channels dedicated to you, stalking you, making community posts about you. It's acts of a jealous person. So that's the conclusion that I come to after seeing these people's actions. I didn't think, oh, well, he's 45, he's jealous of me. We didn't guess people was randomly jealous of us. We go by like the biasness, how biased you people are, which we're going to get into more of that in a minute, and how you've got all of this group of people that are obsessed with you, and more than likely these people are older and uglier than you. It has to be jealousy. And again, I've asked numerous times for these people to show themselves on camera, show your face, and they always use the same excuse that we're not low IQ, we're too smart. But if you was really not low IQ and you were smart, you wouldn't be coming on here every day repeating yourself, using the same comebacks. So that excuse is not even going to wash. So that's that. I mean, I'm going by these people's actions. If these people didn't do what they did, I would just think that they're just people in a community just doing what they're doing. But it's what you're doing is why I'm thinking that you're jealous, which I'm in my right to make an assumption after what I'm witnessing. You know, it is clearly jealousy. Think about it. Most of the people in this community go for you. You're younger than them and you're better looking than them. That is not arguable. No matter what you try and say, my looks are fading, I'm older. It's not arguable that you are younger and better looking than these people. That's the end of that. So it's you know what I mean? And the people that you're not don't do this. So they just leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? So then you wrote, you seem to completely ignore what you've said and never done in the past. Oh, the irony. That's why we laugh at acid stuff. I completely ignore. Bro, you people come on here every day calling me a virgin when I've literally proved I've had sex. You call me skint even though I've shown thousands of pounds. You call me ugly even though I've proved I'm one of the best looking people in this community, if not the best looking person in this community. What do you mean that I ignore things? I think you're actually projecting with that one. I ignore things. If people didn't ignore the things that I've shown them, they wouldn't be coming out saying the things that they're fucking saying. Come on now. And then you was like, the make-believe holidays, the prime incident after giving hard. You're all talking, no action. You also pick your targets like the bouncer where he was at work. All right. Bouncers beat people up all the time. Bouncers fight people all the time. The only reason that you are using him being at work as an excuse is because he backed down. Not because he was at work, it's because he backed down. Now, at the end of the day, mate, if you go on YouTube and you type bouncer fights, you will see that if anybody can get away with slapping someone at work, it will either be a police officer or it will be a bouncer. Another one of your little biased excuses. Furthermore, okay, what about when I went to Mark Sampson's area 2 times? What about when I went to Trevor Dawson's area in Middlesbrough? What about when I stuck it on them 2 lads month before last and they didn't even stand up? So you're always going to be full of excuses whether someone's working or they're not working. But I'll have you know that bouncers beat people up and smash people up all the time. And I even offered to meet him after work and for me to give him my number. So you are always constantly going to be full of shit and full of excuses, even when you're fucking proven wrong. This was my whole issue with the people in this community. And another thing is that you're trying to say that I couldn't hit him because he was at work. Okay, let's go down memory lane with Goldilocks and the 3 Bears here. Now, does anybody remember? I'm sure you do, even though you're going to pretend that you don't. Where I used to go to the Admiral's Casino, and I used to go on a bus to go to the Admiral's Casino. And just one time, there was this black bus driver, and he was running up his mouth. And he was at work, but no one had a problem with him shouting up his mouth, running up his mouth. They didn't call him a coward, knowing that I wouldn't be able to hit him because he's, I quote, at work. They called me a pussy for not saying anything back to him. But now we see it on the other foot, is when you actually do give it back to someone who can very much defend themselves with that job line. Oh, he's at work. Another way to prove that these jealous people have always been biased. Everybody remembers that bus thing where that man was running up his mouth, running up his mouth, running up his mouth. And because I didn't say anything back, oh, you're a pussy. But then when you do give it back, you know he's at work and he can't hit you. The oldest excuse in the book with these biased people. It's been going on for fucking years and years and years. And everyone that knows who's been on nights out, I've been all over the country, and I've seen a lot of fucked up things that bouncers have done. Like, we've all seen in Wales where a bouncer's gone around the corner and started fighting someone and it had to be broke up. You using him being at work is not an excuse. And there's several videos of bouncers beating people up. And the guy in the bus, he was at work and you still wanted me to go at him. You called me a pussy for not going at the bus driver. But then when somebody does go at the bus driver, well, you know he's at work. It's the same thing with you people all the time. Biasness. Fuck off. You know? And then you wrote, if you really wanted someone, you could do it clever. Go to their door or when they least expect it. Now, again, you must be self-projecting. I don't know where any of you people live. You know where I live. I don't know where you live. You people know where I live. So you might want to tell people on Lord J's channel or other people's channel that you come on here hating every day, but you actually know where I live. I don't know where any of yous live. But that bouncer thing is so biased because everyone saw that bus incident where people was calling me a pussy, calling me a shithouse. But then when you go at people, they can't hit you because they're at work. Oh, you are a fucking biased cunt. That's why I blocked you, that's why I blocked you for a little bit on my channel. Fucking biased. Biased Joseph Roth.